let's just jump right into it. Today's title is Not Her First Choice, The Ugly Truth About Marriage. Not her first choice, the ugly truth about marriage. And so, as a man, what's going to make your life a lot easier is you understanding that women, when they're doing something, they're doing it on purpose. So it's not personal to you, it's just a part of her nature. So a lot of men personalize how women treat them, but in actuality, she treats everybody the same way, every man the same way, because it's just her nature to do so. This is not all women, but this is the vast majority of women because most women do not deal with their nature. Most women don't do any self work to actually improve themselves to be a wife for a man. What most women do is they may read books, they may go to therapy, they may take some courses, go on retreats, you know, join some religion, but that's not self improvement. Self improvement truly is you looking inside of yourself and being honest about the areas that you lack. And then you methodically try to improve on those areas. That's going to require you to literally spend time alone. It's going to require solitude. So most women aren't doing that. Most women are simply just trying to find a guy that's going to deal with them, to be honest with you. I came across this, somebody sent me this video of this young lady. Her name is some Christie or Whitney, something Whitty. I forgot her name. I'm gonna try to pull her up. But somebody sent me this video of this young lady, and she's a Christian young woman. She recently got married maybe a couple of years ago. But she was, her whole journey has been a single woman trying to get married, single Christian woman trying to get married, abstaining from sex, doing it the quote unquote right way. But I observed some clips and I said, let me look into this because something is just not right here. And when I started listening to the guy, I realized what it was. Let's just jump right into it.
Really gauging if I could even be in a healthy relationship. Like I was journaling with myself. I would invite the Lord. I'm like, one of my notes, which is really, really real, was I don't know if I'll be able to be loved. I'm waiting. I said I'm waiting on D to walk out like a lot of people do. And so,
okay,
yeah, that's real. So within that, I was like, okay, well, if I want a healthy relationship, I should probably take these points to him. And so I asked him, I was like, I wrote down some things. You mind if we go over them? He was like, sure, So I wrote down each thing or read it. And he was like, oh my God, I didn't mean that. When I said that, I meant this, and I had a choice to believe him and believe wholeness or stick to brokenness. And I just believed him. I was like, everything don't have to be so hard. So that was huge in healing my heart.
So, yes, her name is Just Whiti. That's her name. Her name is Just Whiti. So, I want you to listen to what she said. Listen, I'm going to play it again. Jesus Loves You said, I remember this chick. I've been stopped following her. Something is off with her. You're right. I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to play it again, though.
I was really gauging if I could even be in a healthy relationship. Like I was journaling with myself. I would invite the Lord. I'm like, one of my notes, which is really, really real, was I don't know if I'll be able to be loved. I'm waiting. I said I'm waiting on D to walk out like a lot of people do. And so,
okay,
yeah, that's real. So within that, I was like, okay, well, if I want a healthy relationship, I should probably take these points to him. And so I asked him, I was like, I wrote down some things. You mind if we go over them? He was like, sure, So I wrote down each thing or read it. And he was like, oh my God, I didn't mean that. When I said that, I meant this. And I had a choice to believe him and believe wholeness or stick to brokenness. And I just believed him. I was like, everything don't have to be so hard. So that was huge in healing my heart.
Okay, so basically what you heard was a bunch of nonsense. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a bunch of nonsense because, first of all, when the only time a woman crying is legitimate is if she's crying in solitude. Those tears are real. Public crying by women is not real. It's manipulation. If the famous phrase is, if she's crying, she's lying. So she starts crying right here because what she's saying is BS. Now, when she says that he's going to leave me, what she's saying is that I know I don't add any value. Now, a woman can add value to a man. Women add value to men, don't even know it. Just by the fact that they're women, it motivates men to do things in life. So just by their mere existence, women add value to men. But I'm saying in a relationship, specifically a marriage, the only way to add value to a man is to value what he values. So if you're in a relationship with a man and you feel like he's going to leave you, that is an indication that you know you are not adding value. Because the only way you would think that is if you weren't doing what he wanted you to do. It's no different than being on a job. If you're doing your job correctly, if you're doing your job well, you don't think you're going to get fired. If you're on a team playing well, you don't think you're going to get cut. So we know that when we're doing well in something, we already assume that we're good, that we're locked in. Women oftentimes don't feel secure because they know they are not adding value to the relationship. And I can tell you right now that this guy that she got with, he is a beta. I can tell. And I'm going to tell you how I can tell right here. See how I can tell right here.
Chose well.
You chose well.
Yeah, we like best friends.
That's good.
So that carries us, when other.
Okay, so today's topic is not her first choice, the ugly truth about marriage. So today's topic is about, and again, this doesn't mean this is true. A woman saying that she can do better or thinking that she can do better doesn't mean it's true. This in her mind. When a woman says she can do better, usually what she means is, I can find somebody that I can manipulate easier. That's all she's talking about. Because she's not saying, I'm going to find a guy that's going to hold me more accountable. I'm going to find a guy that has a higher standard. That's not what she's looking for. So we're talking about women getting married, but the guy not being her first choice. And if he's not her first choice, not her best choice. This is a problem because she's viewing this. Cut my mic on. Because she's viewing this relationship as not fulfilled because she feels like she had to settle. Keep in mind, she is not doing any self-evaluation to even determine whether or not she even deserves the type of guy she even wants. But women will punish, they'll punish good men. And they'll punish good men because you see that she said earlier that she was afraid he was going to leave her. when women are alone, they are brutally honest with themselves. Women have very poor self-esteem. They're constantly questioning themselves. They're constantly comparing themselves. It's a rough existence to be a woman that is not healed by God. It's very difficult to go through life being on edge. It's always fight or flight. And so with this young lady, she was single and dating for years. And this guy's going to tell you what he was doing. Let's continue.
Oh, I chose well.
You chose well.
Yeah, we like best friends.
That's good.
Oh, I chose well.
You chose well.
Yeah, we like best friends.
That's good.
So that carries us, you know, when other things don't. So it's fun. It's fun. We kids.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna do something.
Listen to what she said and you all tell me how she feels about this man. Just listen.
Oh, I chose well.
You chose well.
Yeah, we like best friends.
That's good.
So that carries us, you know, when other things don't. So it's fun. It's fun. We kids.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna do something different. Who is D'Angelo?
Ooh, look at you.
Who am I? That's a good question.
And I'm gonna ask you the same thing about who is Whitney. So who is D'Angelo? You about to introduce him to the world. Who is he?
Oh my goodness alive.
Pay attention.
That's good.
D'Angelo.
Take your time. Take your time.
I'll choose my words wisely. No, D'Angelo, the first thing I knew about D'Angelo was his heart leads with love and humility.
The first thing I noticed about D'Angelo was that his heart leads with love and humility. Now, do you honestly believe that when women are looking at a mate, that's first on their list? Yes, both of these are men and women. This is a woman of God and a man of God. Yes, these are both. Yes, they are. They have a dating site. I'm gonna go to that too. They have a dating site, you know, for believers to come and get married. So yeah, they're both believers. So she's a believer. She's supposedly, but I'm just saying what she just said was I noticed that he had a good heart. I'm just telling you all that she does not like, okay, it's kind of like the woman says, this is the right choice, but I don't really like the choice. This is where the settling comes in, because she knows this is the man she should be with, but she doesn't really like him like that. And you're going to see when I get into this video. But keep in mind, she's a very popular content creator. A lot of women follow her because she was the Christian girl doing it the right way, you know, not saving herself. She was saving herself for marriage, all this stuff. So, but let's continue.
No, D'Angelo, the first thing I knew about D'Angelo was his heart leads with love and humility. His foundation is Christ. His vulnerability is humor.
Yo, and I know he's like, what? Look at this. He's looking at her like, man, because you can already tell by the way she's talking that she ain't feeling this dude. And I wish men could see this, because the problem is that if you're a guy and you've never experienced women actually this is the problem, right? And this is it in a nutshell. You see his face, Tierra. This is it in a nutshell. And this picture right here, when the woman's looking at the camera and the guy's not, that is a recipe for divorce. Let me tell you something right now. If y'all take a picture and the woman is looking at the camera and the man is not, this is an indication that this thing is on shaky ground. It's on thin ice. I don't know what it is about the woman looking at the camera and the man looking at her, but that is not a good sign. It's never a good sign for the woman to be looking at the camera and the man to be looking at her, because it's never a good sign. Anyway, but I forgot what I was going to say. But you hear her talking though. And men, see, when men don't experience women actually liking them, meaning men are never pursued by women. See, most men don't know what it means for a woman to actually like them. Most men think they got to chase, do, bend over backwards, jump through hoops, all that stuff, because a lot of men never actually get pursued by women or desired by women. Men that get desired by women have a better understanding of what it looks like when a woman likes you versus when she doesn't, when a woman loves you versus when she doesn't. So most men don't know the difference because they've never been pursued by a woman. So when you see these guys and they get with these women, they can't even see the signs. They can't hear what she's saying as being a red flag. They can't hear any of that stuff because they've never actually seen a woman actually like them. And I tell men, when women like you, they make it very easy. You ain't got to do nothing. Most men don't know that. So most men do because women are never actually pursuing them. And so, in my opinion, men have to have some experience with that. Whether that be you getting that from a woman they would consider a 1 or 2 or 3, whatever. A man needs to know what it feels like for a woman to actually like him, to know what that looks like, to understand what that is, and for a woman to love him, however conditional it might be. But as Tierra pointed out, look at this guy's face. He don't like these answers because these answers are horrible. These are like generic Hallmark card answers for the man that's the future father of your children and your current husband.
He is business savvy, and his mind, he has a genius of a mind. Brilliant. It works in different ways that my creativity doesn't. And he's a lover boy. Very
He's a lover boy.
Soft in his heart space, but hard on the outside. Pause.
She just said he's a lover boy, soft in his heart space. And then she tried to clean it up and say, but hard on the outside. Cap. Listen, fellas, if a woman tells you that you are soft in your heart space, she don't respect you. I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell. I don't know what else she don't respect you. Soft in his heart space? Come on, man. When he walked with Christina said, red flag number 2, she's talking about him like he's not sitting right next to her. The body language is weird. Exactly. And this is what men, and listen, he knows somewhat because you can tell by how he's looking at her, like he knows these answers aren't good. When a woman is feeling a guy, she talks about him with great reverence. This ain't reverence. Like when a woman likes a guy, she'll say something like, "Oh man, the way he ties his shoes up. I mean, the way he walks in the room." Like that's how women, like when women like men, they pick dumb stuff to be fascinated about. I'm serious. Like all this, he got a soft heart space. He understands. He's so patient. These are all code words for he's a beta simp cuck. When women like a guy, they pick the most abstract. Ooh, girl, when that man put on that, like it's just the way they talk about men is just a whole different level. It ain't this. It ain't. Women aren't this articulate about men they actually desire. They're not. They're almost at a loss for words. Women are not this articulate about men they actually desire. They're just not. No, he has a soft heart space. He's a lover boy. Man, please. Man.
Muscles.
From Detroit.
Is it pause?
Muscles. Yeah. Muscles. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying. This is interesting.
Hard on the outside, D'Angelo. That's what she said.
My baby know. My baby know
Amen.
me.
Yeah, muscles.
Daryl said, when a woman's first response to that question is humility, that's another way of his submission to her. Bingo. Thank you, Daryl. And that's what that picture says right here. When the man's looking at her in the picture and she's looking at the camera, that's exactly what it is. He's submitting to her. He's submitting to her. I'll go back a little bit.
Muscles.
From Detroit.
Is it pause?
Muscles. Yeah. Muscles. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was saying. This is interesting.
Hard on the outside, D'Angelo. That's what she said.
My baby know. My baby know
Amen.
me.
Yeah, muscles. And
Yeah.
stuff like
Is it
that.
muscles?
Stuff like that.
Because you married now.
That's
You know
right.
you married now.
We walked through that door.
Yes, we did.
The sex is bad. Listen, I'm just be transparent. The sex is bad. She is not turned on by this guy. There was a video she did, and I cannot find it, but it went viral, where she was talking about being married. And when I tell you, everybody was getting on her because she basically was like, man, marriage is tough. You know, like she basically was looking for a way out. And she was hoping by doing that video that he would have left. But he didn't leave. She did a video basically saying she wasn't happy in her marriage and she had just got married. I cannot find that video. But their interaction, as you can see, listen, man, when a woman is feeling you, when a woman is it's a total different vibe, man. This is why men have to experience this to know, because you're not going to know unless you have something to compare it to. That's why I encourage people. I don't know what this person is saying. But I forgot what I was saying because I just saw a crazy comment in here. A Honeycutt said, this is a prime example why the body of Christ is weak and most wouldn't know Jesus if he was right in front of them. See, the problem is that she never should have got married to this guy. That's the issue. They never should have got married. And so she got married because she wanted to be married. She didn't get married to honor God. She didn't get married to be a better wife, a better woman, which is what you should be trying to do. I want to be a great wife to a man. I want to be a better woman. I want to honor God through men. Like that should be a reason. But anyway, she was walking around here single, being a believer, and her brand couldn't really flourish unless she's married. And this guy she married, again, she's a silly woman. So the type of guy is going to deal with her, he's not going to be what you would call an alpha man because she's silly. She's very silly acting. Even right now, this man asked her a serious question. I know she's a comedian, she jokes, but if you're describing me to the world, he just said you're introducing this man to the world. And she described him as a simp. If a woman, listen, if a man say, describe your husband Blanche to me, to the world. If she don't say something like he is a king, a warrior, he's like, she better be throwing out some stuff. I better hear, I'm almost a superhero almost. He can run faster than the speed of light. He got X-ray vision. He can fly. He got unlimited superhuman strength. Like, I better hear something crazy. I bet not hear he got a soft heart space. I bet not hear that. I bet not hear he got a soft heart space. Quay said, and they just be on his live saying all types of things. Come on, man. Let's continue. Stretch said, Titus 2 teachings are what's missing. If you skip steps of teaching her to love her husband and her children, she would then become selfish. Amen. And that's another problem is an overinflated sense of value. So as the woman, she has to come into the relationship like, I'm not good enough. And I'm saying for women that's healthy because it keeps them trying to be that. I'm not saying she comes in and thinks that, oh, I'm not worth enough, but I can always improve as a wife, is what I'm saying. Even as a husband, I can always improve it because men have that mentality anyway. I can always improve as a husband. I can always improve as a wife. Not I got the man, I'm good. No, I can always improve as a wife.
He walked through that door.
That's right. I sure
Amen.
did. I ran
Yeah,
through
we
that
talked
one.
about that last.
Ran through.
Yeah.
Oh well, he took his time.
That's right. I sure
Amen.
did. I ran
Yeah,
through
we
that
talked
one.
about that last.
Ran through.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Well,
he took his time.
He took his
Yeah,
time.
for sure. Yeah.
D'Angelo, who is Whitney?
Boy, their sex life is so. Listen, man, when I tell you that, and the reason why the sex life is horrible is because she's just not feeling him. There's no sexual chemistry. Like there has to be a degree of sexual chemistry, and that can be achieved through intimacy non-sexually. So that means when she finds out who he really is, she honors and respects that. That's how you get intimacy, that she honors and respects who the man actually is, not that she's comparing this guy to the guy she really wants. And he knows that she's not giving him what he actually needs, meaning that she doesn't respect him and honor him, but he's staying around though. So the sexual chemistry is all off because she doesn't really respect him and he knows he's not being respected. So there's no way the sex is awful. It's awful. Their body language, it's awful. It's awful. And I feel bad for him because I know he saw her as like, this is a good woman and I can't mess this chance up. So his endeavors were more honorable than hers because she just wanted to be married. She just wanted to say, I'm married, I got a ring. That's all so basically the fruits of my labor have paid off. I'm telling you as a woman, you might do it the right way and still not get married, but you got to be cool with that. I'm telling you as a man, you might do it the right way and still not get married, but you got to be cool with that because all of it is just honoring God in the end. So at worst case scenario, you live the life honoring God. Not saying that you won't get married. I'm just saying you got to be okay when it's not happening because your focus needs to be Christ first. So that means when I'm looking at a wife, I'm looking at a woman and thinking, how can I glorify the kingdom? When you're looking at a husband or a man, you should be looking, how can I glorify the kingdom? That's how serious it is because you're getting married under God. You're making a covenant to God, not just to the man and the woman, but to each other, but to God as well. And so, but this is most marriages though. This is most marriages. Let's continue.
That's a good question. So silly.
Whitney is a multifaceted work of art. That's what she is.
You hear his first answer? You hear his first, and I'm talking to y'all men right now. This is you all's problem. This is a man's problem. Is that you listen to what she said about him. A bunch of cliche nonsense. This man says she is a multifaceted work of art. You see the difference. His first compliment of her shattered everything she said. Think about that. And listen, and Diamone is right. She running that man amok, a multifaceted headache. Listen, she is at home stressing this man out. Just hear me out for a second. Imagine being married. Imagine waiting to marriage and the sex is bad. Imagine waiting to marriage and you aren't physically attracted to the man. Imagine waiting till marriage and you and your husband the same height. I'm giving you women's perspective because she's still a woman. She's still a black woman. She's still a product of feminine. Like she's still all of these things. I don't care if she says she's a Christian or not. She's still a byproduct of all of these things. So this ain't her top choice. This ain't her best choice. But what she don't realize is that the guy that she really wants would never date her. This is what women don't understand, right? The guy that women want is not going to want them because most women are hypergamous and they always shoot above and beyond the stars. So the guy that she wants would never want her. And the guy that wants her, she's not going to want because she's not going to respect him. Stimulated student said, that sister girl Christianity is nasty work. It is. Top Herc said, Bland, does she have a boyfriend? This is her husband. This is her husband. Work to be Superman because Lewis was in love with Superman, not Clark. Clark wasn't the real man, Superman was. What the irony is, is that how Superman viewed the world is how Lois Lane viewed Clark. Think about it. How Lois Lane viewed the world, viewed Clark, was how Superman viewed the world. Think about Superman's disguise. Superman's disguise wasn't a confident man. It wasn't an alpha man. Superman's disguise among humans was a person that was insecure, that was awkward, that didn't care about, like, think about the person he chose to emulate, to blend in with humanity, to be unassuming. That's how Superman sees humanity because he sees all the flaws in people. He sees past the facade. Lois Lane sees Clark as the beta guy at work. So you're right that Lois Lane loves Superman. You notice no matter what Clark did, it was never good enough. All Superman had to do was show up. And this is what I'm trying to tell men, that when the woman is feeling you, all you got to do is show up. All you got to do is show up. But when she's not feeling you, you got to be Clark Kent. Trying to get the best story, running to catch every news break. You got to do all this extra stuff. And still she's like, no, it's not enough. Daryl said Clark Kent was the real man. Lewis was in love with a fictional character who turned out to be the real man all along. We could do a whole video on Lois Lane, Clark Kent, you know. Now, Mary Jane with Peter Parker, that's different. See, Mary Jane with Peter Parker, Peter Parker's different because she liked Peter Parker. Spider-Man was just a bonus. Corey said, I think Clark was a human servant. Superman is the Christ. We can go with that. I mean, that's a good way of looking at it.
He is known for her multifaceted.
Angelo, who is Whitney?
That's a good question. So silly.
Whitney is a multifaceted work of art. This is what she is. She is known for her creativity, but few people know her in the way that I've gotten to know her. The softness, the caring,
She want to throw up right now. She wants to throw up. Look at her face. She wants to throw up. No, Lewis liked Superman because he was hyper focused on something else, making her feel insignificant. I mean, that's attraction. That is one of the key components of attraction for a man to have a mission and purpose that's attractive to a woman, to where she is secondary. He ain't high. Yeah, that's part of attraction. Stem said nobody wants a servant. Tierra said he even speaks soft, just a beta simp. He is though. But I'm not condemning him because I understand what happens to men in this world, because we've been lied to so much about women, about a woman's nature, about our role. Like, we've been lied to. It's propaganda. Like, we got the same propaganda too. We have the same propaganda too. So I understand why he is the way he is, because he believes that being this way aligns with the Bible. He believes that being this way is the right way to be. I would tell him, no, it's not.
Compassionate, like accommodating, beautiful, smart, brave. Oh my, brave.
Thanks, babe.
Brave. Brave. That's an odd choice of words. Brave in doing what? What is she brave at, sir? What? I'm curious. That is an odd word to use to describe a woman. What is she What is she brave at, sir? How is she displaying bravery? I see her online being silly, doing comedy. Is she brave because she's a comedian? How is she brave? That's a very odd word choice to say that sir. So give me a scenario where you're sitting there and she's being brave. Give me the the Whiti, or what's her name? The Whiti brave scenario. I'm just curious. Oh, Donna said she's brave. She's brave because she came back from that wig falling off. Well, maybe that's it, then. Maybe that's it. That must be it. Christina said, brave is what liberals use to describe LGBTQ. Yeah, like it's a very weird choice of words. And Claude said he's turning her off more and more with every word. I can tell she wants to throw up. Like, when I tell you at this moment, every sexual desire is seeping out of her body. And he thinks everything he's saying sounds, and I keep telling men this, women are attracted to you telling them the truth. Men lie to them all the time. Everybody lies to women. If you tell women the truth, you have a better chance of her being attracted to you than you just lying to her. Telling her she's wonderful and special and beautiful. No, your feet look funny. Need to lose weight. I don't like the way your ears look. Yeah, like, listen, y'all. Women are used to men telling them how great they are, even when they're not. It could be a girl, she'd be 400 pounds, like, man, you so thick. Like, she knows you lying. Women know you're lying to them, because when they go home and they look in the mirror, they see every flaw. Let's continue. Stimulated student said, men lie to women and women lie to themselves. Daryl said, the Superman Spider-Man comparison, a great example of a woman's nature towards men. Yeah. Because, like, when it came to Spider-Man, Jane like Peter Parker, their relationship is way better. Because guess what? When he's out fighting crime, she's worried because she loves him. But then when she comes home, she's excited because he made it home. They got whole different dynamics. Lois waiting for Superman to show up. Lois Lane and Clark Kent could only have intercourse if Clark Kent wore the cape to the bed. That's the only way. Like she wouldn't do, like, it's crazy. Let's continue. Quay said, I tell men the truth and they think that I'm roasting them. Keep roasting, Quay.
Lover of Christ.
I feel this feel like the mouse.
I can tell. Like,
why you do this? I feel like the wedding day.
I know. Like it's like
this is beautiful, but is this cringy?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I love you.
I love
you. Listen. Listen, y'all. Listen to me. Listen. I did not listen. When I watch these videos, I watch them with y'all. I did not watch this video. I'm going to play back what she just said. I have not watched this video. I watch these things with y'all. Hold on. Just go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit.
Beautiful, smart.
Hold on.
Known for her creativity, but multifaceted.
That's took his time.
He took his time.
For sure. Yeah.
D'Angelo, who is Whitney?
That's a good question. So silly.
Whitney is a multifaceted work of art. That's what she is. She is known for her creativity, but few people know her in the way that I've gotten to know her. The softness, the caring, the compassionate, like accommodating, beautiful, smart, brave. Oh my, brave.
Thanks, babe.
Lover of Christ.
This feel like the mouse.
I can tell. Like,
why you do this? I feel like the wedding day.
I know. Like it's like
this is beautiful, but is this cringy?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I love you.
I love you too.
Now, this man just told this woman all these wonderful things about herself. And this woman's response was, is this cringy? See, the truth of the matter is that she knows he's lying. Not that he doesn't see her this way, but she knows herself. So he may be telling the truth based on his perspective of her, but she don't believe this stuff. She don't believe it. That's why she said, this reminds me of our wedding vows, because I can imagine when they were getting married, she was miserable. I've talked to women that have said, when I was walking down the aisle crying, people thought it was tears of joy. They were like, it was tears of regret on the wedding day. I'm telling you all, listen, fellas, women don't have the same moral compass that men have. A woman will marry a man that she cannot stand. I know this is hard to conceptualize, but it's true. They will marry a guy they don't like and cannot stand just for the benefits or just to say they're married. I know a chick I was messing with. She was cold, bad, but she wanted a certain type of guy. She wanted the guy that was going, say check, waiter check. She wanted that kind of guy. She wanted the guy that said, you know what? All you got to do is just join my estate and you good. And so she got with that guy. But when you see the guy, when you see the guy, see, I always know when it's real based on what I see. When I saw the guy, I said, nah. She was in supreme shape. She was in supreme body out of this world. Supreme shape, looked good, smart, all the tools. But when I saw the guy had hips, milk dud head, big milk dud. Look, he looked like a 6'5", 300-pound Ben Crump. But guess what? He said, all you got to do is join this. He had everything set for it. He had the house. He had everything for it. He said, I'm taking it. And they look crazy together. Anyway, let's continue. But you heard what she said. She said, is this cringe? She's like, I love you and all, but goodness. Think about that now. I love you and all, but goodness. This is too much. That's what she's saying. It's too much. And I can tell he's too much. Because I can tell that when they're like, and this is what I mean, right? Like when they're alone, he's like looking at her. He's like admiring her when they're alone. He's like looking at her, like gazing at her. She's like, I can just tell that the sex is awful. It's awful. I can just, there's no chemistry here. All the jokes are weak. Tierra, what did Diamone said? This is the eHarmony marriage. Yeah, like this is disgusting. And really, he could save his marriage right now if he just gets up and says, you know what? I'm gone. I'm gone. Listen, not even divorce. None of that. Just say I'm gone. I'm moving out. This ain't it. Because this way, she gonna leave him. Estimated student said, I'm 6'1". My ex called me crying, asking me why I didn't stop her from marrying her husband. He's 5'6". I had a young lady that I was dating. I'll never forget this. These women I be dating, they be like telling me to let them go. Like I got some kind of hold on them. They be like, just let me do this. They be crashing out. This girl was on my couch. She said, just let me go. I was like, okay, you can go. I said, you can go. I'll never forget this. Just let me go. Even my last relationship, she crashed out the same way. Just let me do, just go. Y'all got it. She left. They started dating this guy. She called me up one day. I'll never forget, it was storming. She calls me up and says, yeah, such and such proposed to me. I was like, congratulations. So that's all you got to say? I was like, yeah, I'm happy for you. She's like, so he wants to marry me. I'm like, congratulations, I'm happy for you. I'm not lying. A lot of women that I've dated, they call me up when they about to make the big move. I don't know what they want me to do because I ain't doing it. But so we talk and then get off the phone and then she ends up marrying this guy. I will say now that she's divorced. She has a child. She's divorced. And now she's writing books about women's empowerment. You can't make it up. Now she against marriage. Now and you know what's crazy? I talked with her and I told her, I said, you knew good and well you should have married him. I said, but you felt like I was stringing you along. I said, but it never dawned on you that you were not meeting a standard that you should have met to be a wife. Because when you quote unquote met this guy's standard, he terrorized you. When you met this guy's standard of what it meant to be a wife, He terrorized you. Told you he was rich, didn't have no money, sold you a dream. And now look, now after all of that, now look, we back at square one, said now you got a child. Stem said, women watch too much TV. I'm not Dwayne Wayne. Exactly. Listen, man. Many of women that there have been women in my life that have did this, try to make me choose between them and this guy that wants to marry them. And I'm going to always bow out. If a woman choose me, she needs to choose me under the worst circumstance. You can say, Blanche, that sounds crazy. I don't care. She needs to choose me under the worst circumstance. Literally, she says, he ain't giving me nothing I want, and I still want him. That's the woman I want. All this conditional and all this, I know it's not going to work. It don't last. All the women that did that, they divorced now. All the women that did that are divorced. Corey said, trust me. By the time the woman realized she can't cut it in a relationship with me, I've long before considered the matter. I'd be ready and willing to let them go. It's true. It's true. So was she black? All of them been black. I know, contrary to popular belief, I date black women. I mean, I know people don't think I do, but I date black women. And what you'll find is that my views don't stop black women from liking me. I can say the most outlandish thing about black people and black women, and they still gonna like me. So that I just tell y'all right now, a woman being conservative or liberal don't really mean nothing because it's the type of guy she likes. So if the type of guy she likes is more conservative, guess what? She'll be more conservative. The type of guy she likes more liberal, guess what? She'll be more liberal. Women are not hard fixed on political views and ideologies. They're just not. So contrary to popular belief, I do date black women. However, now I'm open to all of them, Top person, I'm still in that. You can have it, take it. You still Mikasa and Sukasa. But let's continue. So the woman that called her husband cringy on the podcast.
It's beautiful,
good.
but it's like,
So you got to sit here and watch me talk about you.
Yeah, I got to receive this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
Thanks.
She's amazing in every way. In every way. So much more I can say. But
that's good. That's good.
I love that. I love that.
Even the host knows some BS. Look at, even the host knows it's some BS. Even look at the host. Look, what?
Amazing.
Thanks.
She's amazing in every way. In every way. So much more I can say. But
that's good. That's good.
I love that. I love that.
Even the host knows that's some BS. Listen, fellas, you have to properly vet the woman. And you vetting the woman properly is going to require you to be okay with not having the woman. Most women that you try to properly vet are going to say no. It just is what it is. It just, matter of fact, let me go to a, let me see if I had another one. I may have one more.
A subscriber hopefully, if you're not, just click the button below and we can fix that. And thank you for making this podcast possible, where we can hear, like we will today, amazing love stories, encouraging practical tips for others, but has helpful advice. And dating can be hard, but we're here to help. I'd love to jump over to how you guys met in your early dating stages.
Oh boy. What a story.
What a story.
Online. On Instagram.
That's right. I slid into the DMs, as they say.
He slid. Yeah. He did. I would say his first message was probably 2022, maybe.
Probably.
Yep. And he was reaching out. And so you have a request section where you actually have to look and like if you're not connected to them. So I saw him in a request and I went to his page and he has Free by Truth, which is his business. So his page, I couldn't really gauge personality. So it was a lot of conviction.
She wasn't feeling him. What she's saying is she wasn't feeling him. We have a great quote here by Stimulated Students. He said, there's a very thin line between a woman in her nature and the wicked witch whore. It's a very thin line, and you have to be very sharp and discerning to tell the difference. This is true. What separates the woman's nature from the wicked witch, that separation is almost, you can't see it with the naked eye. It takes discernment. Like it takes wisdom, it takes understanding, it takes a lot to understand the difference, because most men can't tell the difference, because most men aren't taught about a woman's nature. And honestly, most men haven't spent enough time alone with themselves to even know what they even really want. They haven't spent enough time with God to know what they should want and what they should do. This is why I say it's God, purpose, then the woman. So if you're a man, you have to spend some period of time alone with you and God to figure out who you are and what you want and what is your purpose before you go to find this woman, because the world's going to tell you just insert woman, get a job, insert woman, be happy. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. A woman is a woman. I don't care if she says she's a believer, Christian, Muslim. I don't care. A woman is a woman. You know how many women I see that is Muslim and take that thing off, and they just like all the rest of the chicks. I'm telling you, like it is conservative, liberal. This stuff don't matter. A woman is a woman, but especially during these times when they're bombarded and surrounded by feminism, it's in everything they consume. But you see, he slid in her DMs. And she went to his page and she said, I couldn't gauge personality. That means she didn't like him. If she would have saw him and he was 6'5" with a six-pack, you think she would have said gauge personality? If she would have went to his page and it was pictures of him on the beach, at the gym, showing his body, white teeth, six-pack, broad show, you think she would have been like, personality? Of course not. It's only personality when they're not feeling you. I encourage all of you all to go watch King 6'8" the Great. Yeah, King 6'8" the Great. Go watch his content. All he does is stand there. The women do all of the work. All races, all he does is stand there and be 6'8" and in shape. That's all he does, and women do all the work. Men need to see how women behave when they like a guy, because men don't understand what women will do when they like you. I'm not saying they got to be out there selling their soul. I'm just saying there's a certain admiration a woman has for you when she likes you. It's a certain level of respect. It's certain things she's going to do and not do when she actually likes you. So I encourage men to watch 6'8" the Great, King 6, because you see what women will do when they like you. This is why I tell a wise man once told me years ago. He said, like who likes you. And it makes sense Because when a woman likes you, she gives you her best. When she does not, boy, you finna get tortured. Ian Mayor said, "You right, Blanche. Men need a literal fast from the world to get discernment and wisdom. Said a lot of men get the dynamic of relationships between man and woman from movies and porn." It's true. It's true. Top Herc said, "But Blanche, she's tall. That's unfair," said the Red Pill Bros. I'm going to tell you what's beautiful. I'm going to tell you what's beautiful about this thing called life. There are millions of women that like a man with personality. There are millions of women that don't care if a guy is tall. There are millions of women that like chubby guys. There are millions of women that like whatever you are. So there are millions of women that like tall men, millions of women that don't care. Like, dude, women like what they like. Women like what they like, and these red pill guys don't understand that. Look at the Justice League. You got Aquaman, you got Cyborg, you got Superman, you got Batman, you got Flash. Superman is the best of all of them, but he still needs them to complete the mission. So each person can add something to the Justice League. Superman don't want to go in the water. That's Aquaman's job. Superman don't want to hack into computers. That's Cyborg. Like, I'm just trying to. So there's a lane for every guy. There's a lane for guys with glasses. There's a lane. There's a dude right now who's a gamer. He's slaying all the chicks. There's a guy right now. He's a gamer. He's slaying all the chicks. I don't know who the guy is. I'm just saying. There's a guy at the gym slaying all the chicks. There's a janitor in the building slaying all. There's a lane for every guy. The red pill guy believes there's only one archetype that women like, and you know why they believe that? Because red pill men go after the women that want those type of men. Because red pill guys are shallow. Red pill guys like the women that they believe will make them look like a real man. Red pill guys like the woman they believe everybody else likes. Red pill guys don't go after personality. Is she going to be a good woman? Is she going to be a good mother? Red pill guys are very shallow. So when they pick a woman, they pick the cream of the crop woman visually that wants the top 20% of men. That's why they get their feelings hurt. This is the truth about red pill content creators. They're shallow. They don't want good women. They want the woman they can walk into a room and guys say, "Oh, we got a bad chick." That's what they want. And that's why they keep getting their heart put out their chest. That's why they keep getting that alien in the Alien movie bursting out their chest. I don't feel sorry for these red pill guys. I don't. They're getting what they deserve because y'all are shallow. Because they pass up a bunch of good women to get with the chick that been ran through. Listen, y'all, the red pill guys like the chicks that been ran through. That's the ones they like. They don't like the good chicks because they feel like she makes him more of a man. And I would tell any guy, what makes you more of a man is you take a 4 or a 5 and now she's an 8. That's being a man. When you can take something and create something and make something wonderful. That's being a man. Going after a chick that's a quote unquote 10 and she ain't got no soul, that ain't being a man. That's being a sucker. That's being a simp. And most of them trick. That's why most of them tell y'all, get your money up. Any man telling you that you need money to get a woman is a trick. Any man, listen, when a woman likes you, she don't care. Listen, man, if a woman likes you truly and loves you, she'll grind with you. She don't care. Baby, we're going to get out the mud together. I'm telling y'all, man, when the woman respects you, and I'm telling you, it's a whole different world. But the red pill guys, they got to come with their money. Oh, let me give y'all a visual. See if I can give y'all a visual. They got to come with their money. They got to come with their money out because the women don't respect them. They don't respect them. So as a man, you want to be respected. As a man, when you are respected by a woman, when she don't respect you, she gonna terrorize you. She gonna terrorize you and make you pay the bill. The Truth Untold said, you could look like a gremlin, she'll think you're Tyson Beckford. Exactly, man, because women like what they like. There's no archetype of man for a woman. That's a myth. Women like what they like. It may be something about you that she like. Girl, I like his bow legs. He may look like an orangutan. Girl, look at them bow legs, so cute. I'm just telling you. Donna said the red pill men always talk about game. Right, Donna, and they don't have no game. To me, the game is you being able to be yourself and not changing for nobody. That's game. Well, you can be with any woman and you the same man with every woman. That's game. I ain't got to be a chameleon. I ain't got to be this way with her. I ain't got to know I'm this way with all of them. That's game. And honestly, the purpose of the game is to get in the game and leave with a wife. That's the purpose of the game. The purpose of the game ain't to just keep playing the game because you want to win. If you played the game and you didn't come out with a wife, and you played the game wrong, because that's the goal. That's the purpose of having the game. The game. Let me continue.
Speaking to the person, you know. And so I was like, okay, brother in Christ, you know. So I didn't respond. So I feel like
she didn't even respond. When I tell you she saw this guy and she was like, okay, brother in Christ, do y'all understand what I'm telling you? Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? That women, you think because she go to church, you think because she reads the Bible, you think because she says she a Christian that she ain't like the rest of these women out here, she is like them. She wants to be attracted. She went to this man's, he DM'd her. She went to his page and said, brother in Christ. Next, she didn't even respond. If he had been 6'5" and in shape, she would have hit him back immediately. I remember one time I was with somebody. We were at work, and it was this. He showed me this girl on Instagram that he had met through a friend. He was like, man, she was bad. I didn't get her number, though. He said, should I hit her right now? I said, man, I wouldn't do it. He was like, hey, how you doing? I met you with so-and-so on such and such night at so-and-so. What's up? She was like, no, hold on, no response. She didn't respond. And this chick was, I ain't gonna lie, she was bad. I ain't gonna lie, she's bad. But no response. I told him, I said, type in how much. You think she responded? He was so nice. Yeah, I met you with so-and-so, you know, with fun we get. No, I said, type in how much. He couldn't even, before he even put the question mark on the end, she's already responding. This was advanced AI. She was reading it before. She was like, how? She already responded when he said how. He could have been Native American, you know, how? No. How? She responded immediately. Corey says 6'5" in shape and atheist. Listen to me, Corey. Thank you, Corey. 6'5" in shape and atheist, she's still going. If she had went to his page and he was 6'5", 6-pack, working out, nice smile. She and he ain't got nothing about God. He's showing he at the beach, he at the club. She still would have tried. She still would have tried. Yes, Dig. This is the girl whose wig fell off. Yes. She's married. Yes. Now she's married. Yes. She wasn't married then, but now she's married.
He might have reached out the next year, and it's a really long story, but I'm gonna try to give you a summary. He reached out and was like, because I was dancing to a song in my car. So he responded on my story and was like, something about the whinings.
Yeah, it was the whinings.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, you be jamming. So then we started talking. So that was kind of.
I want you to think, listen to me. And I'm telling y'all right now, fellas, if you hit a woman up and she don't hit you back, don't ever hit her back. If a woman, if you hit a woman up, fellas, and she don't hit you back, don't ever hit her back. I don't care what these relationship clowns tell y'all to do. Don't ever hit her back. This guy hit her up and got, I can't even say ghosted because it never was a lie to be a ghost. This man hit her up and got crickets. He waited a whole year later, which means he'd been watching her a whole year. He probably was praying, fasting, doing all kind of crazy stuff. And a year later, he responded. Diamone said, this man waited a whole year for her. Wow. Even the women know, fellas. Tiara said a year later, listen, fellas, the women know. The women know that the guy they leave on red, if he hits her back, he has no chance. Like, it's just, even women know this. Claude said that should be rule number one, Blanche. Don't hit her back. Ever.
The initial connection, I would say.
Right.
What would you say?
Yeah, and we didn't really talk much after that. That was just her real first response.
This man just said, we didn't even really talk after that. That was the first response. So a year later, you don't get a conversation, you get a response. Now, I'm telling y'all something right now. It's going to sound bad, but the man got on bootcut jeans. You going to say, Blanche, it don't matter what the man got on. Blanche, it do matter. It do matter. This type of guy, she's not going to like. She's not going to like a guy that wears bootcut jeans. I'm just saying she's not. You say it's shallow, say what you want to say. He got on bootcut jeans. She's not going to like it. Now, there are women out there that don't care, but she cares. Because this guy she ain't attracted to. So whatever he does, it ain't going to be enough. But the bootcut jeans ain't going to work. I'm sorry. Y'all can say, Blanche, you tripping? No, I ain't tripping. Got on boot cuts. Got on boot cuts. He got an Old Navy outfit on. You can say, listen, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I go to the thrift store and I'm fashionable because y'all don't really see me outside the real world, but I'm fashionable. But I go to the thrift store. I go to consignment. Like, I don't pay for no clearance rack. I'm very frugal with clothes. I know how much clothes really worth. Clearance. I can show you right now, clearance. So you ain't got to spend all the money to look right. You don't have to. I'm just saying he got on bootcut jeans. And I'm sorry, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay, I'll keep at it. But
Yeah, you're playing a long game.
yeah, that's right. That's how you got to play it sometimes. And
this man said, listen, fellas, the woman is only making you play the long game. Matter of fact, it's not even her fault. She ain't making you do nothing. You're playing the long game because you don't realize she doesn't like you. She doesn't like you. And what he doesn't realize is that had he never contacted her again, they wouldn't be married. Now, you may say, well, because we're married, then it must be divinely inspired. It must be ordained. I'm telling you, it's not. I'm telling you that she doesn't want to be with him. She doesn't. She knows he's a good guy. She knows he's the right choice, but she don't want to be with him because she ain't attracted to him. He don't do nothing for her. I can tell by the way she's looking at him. Almost with contempt. She's thinking right now, how am I going to get out of this marriage because he won't do anything? See, this is what women do. What they do is they make the marriage so unbearable to where he either usually ends up cheating or puts his hands on it. It's something drastic he does to give her the way out. When women want a way out of a relationship, they'll just sabotage it. This is what women do. This is why men have to learn how to walk away. Always ask a woman, fellas, how did your last relationship end? Ask a lot of questions about that because how the relationship ended, that's who she really is. That's who, how the relationship ended, that's the real her. Diamone said, I didn't think about this. They got dressed. He got dressed in front of her. So Diamone says she let him out the house with bootcut jeans, with sneakers. She don't love him like he loves her. She tolerates him. Bingo. Diamone. This is what we call not hateration, but this is toleration in this dancery. This is toleration in this dancery. She saw this man get dressed and she didn't say nothing. They almost dressed alike. It's almost like he looked at what she was wearing and tried to I won't speculate. Donna said, but simps are in it for the long haul. You're right, Donna. Simps play the long game. Blanche, also what needs to be mentioned is that women will self-sabotage once she has found out she's no longer in control of the situation. Very powerful statement. Once a woman realizes that the man ain't going, meaning that he's not going to bend to her will, she's going to start sabotaging it. That is true. That is 1,000% correct. Once the woman realizes that you are not going to bend to her wishes, she's going to start sabotaging it. You're right. Man said, you got to play the long game sometimes. Listen, fellas, if you play the long game with a woman, it's because she don't like you. I think, wasn't a movie, She's Not That Into You? Yeah. There's a great movie I encourage you all to watch, and it's called Can't Buy Me Love. And the girl was not thinking about the guy. The girl was he paid the girl to date him so he could become a popular guy, and then he ended up getting all the other chicks. And the girl was mad at that, but she secretly liked that because she saw that he could be desirable. All this stuff matters, fellas. Just why when you got a woman, it's easier to get a woman. But this right here is a disaster. And I'm going to continue this next week. I am. I remember one time.
Things, you mind if we go over them?
I remember one time that I had messing with a young lady, and she came in town, you know, and she brought her friend with her. And it was during the hair show week in Atlanta this years ago. And I remember, I'll never forget this. She came in town. I don't know if she came with her friend, but her friend, anyway, she was on the track team at a university. Her friend was on the basketball team. But she wasn't basketball like tall. The girl was 6'4". This girl was about 6'4" and 6 feet. One was a decathlete, one was a basketball player. And they were grown now, though, a couple years after college. But I'll never forget, I went into this spot in Atlanta called The Mark. It's one of my favorite spots, called The Mark. And I walked in with them too. When I tell you, they was cold now, but they were cold, but they were like tall athletes that looked good. So it was like, it looked a lot different than just your typical. When I tell you I walked in with them, when I tell you I got more chicks by being with them. This is what I'm telling you. Anytime they walked away or I walked away, I got a chick's number. I'm not exaggerating this. I saw in that moment the power of having women with you that other women think are attractive women. You could be butt ugly, it don't matter. If they see beautiful women giving you attention, that's an attraction for them. And these women didn't care. I was getting, man, it was crazy. But anyway, I say all that to say that attraction matters. And so this girl, Whiti, Justwhiti, she don't like her husband. Like Diamone said, she tolerates him. I believe he pursued her and she did a compare and contrast. The men that she wants ain't thinking about her, and this guy's giving her all the attention. She's getting older. She wants to have children. This guy's financially secure. He'll take care of me. I know what, listen, she did not base her decision on love or even like. She based her decision on security. She never got married to the guy thinking I'm going to be a better wife. She never got married thinking I'm going to be a great wife for him. She never got saying I'm going to honor God through this marriage. I'm going to honor God by being, she never thought about any of that. She thought about this guy is going to allow me to be me and he's going to pay the bill. And I guarantee she terrorizing him. You know and I know that, and they're the same height. I think she might be like, what, 5'8" or 5'9". They probably the same. They're the same height. She looking odd. I just know it's just a bad situation. It's bad. And most men lack self-awareness when it comes with women. They do. Because most men don't have anything to compare it to. That's why I tell guys to watch some of these guys that go get chicks out in public. This is good content for you. I recommend that all men go watch 6'8", King 6'8", the Great, so you can see how women act when they like a guy when they don't even know. So you can compare, if this guy is getting this and he don't even know them, they don't even know him, what should you be getting if she claims that she loves you? There's one guy I watch, his title is Ugly TV on YouTube, and he goes on the Monkey app. All he does, he looks like the male version of Rihanna. That's what everybody says. But he got the eyes, got the skin, he's in shape. Soon as his face comes on that screen, on that app, on that screen, those women melt. Like it's not even like they just, you want to come see me, I'll fly out. Like it's just what women do when they like a guy is insane. It's not even, but men got to see it though. And you need to see it so you understand what you deserve as far as treatment. How women really are. Our simulated student said, She said he's 6'1" and she is 5'9". He don't look 6'1". Do he look 6'1" to y'all? Hold on, y'all. Does he look 6'1" to you all? I'm 6'2". Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see something.
I chose well.
You chose well.
Yeah, we
Does he look 6'1"?
like best friends.
That's good.
He might be, but I don't. He don't look 6'1". Donna said he looks 5'8", 5'9". Yeah, he don't look. Even in his wedding photo, right? In his wedding photo. Unless she was wearing some high heels, they almost, I don't know, man. Maybe he might be 6'1", but it's a stretch. It's a stretch. I don't know, man. Anyway, Donna said, my son told me it's easy to get a woman's number. He's 27, so it's not even a challenge anymore. I will tell any man, it is not hard getting a woman. The hardest part is getting her to listen, getting her to follow. That's the challenge. Getting the chick, sleeping with her ain't a challenge. And I tell men this is why men get lost. You getting the chick and sleeping with her ain't the hard part. The hard part is getting her to follow your lead. That's the challenge. Stem said, no matter how tall he is, she chopping him down regardless. So even if he was 6'1", he 5'3" now, so it don't matter. And also getting one that has a moral compass, yes. Yes. But anyway, listen, I love y'all. And I will see y'all with this segment next week. Not our first choice, the ugly truth about marriage. And again, this is to restore relationships because I believe that they are salvageable in these days and times. I just think that men have to be men and women have to be women. And so we have to accept our roles. And as a man, you have to be willing to lead righteously. You got to be willing to walk away. And women, you have to be willing to submit. That means that if you're entertaining a guy, it has to be a guy that you're willing to submit to and that you respect and that you're willing to honor. That's going to matter, especially with your attraction to him. But listen, I love y'all and I'll see y'all soon. Thank y'all so much.